Welcome to Monty and Beck's UK Van Life.
Well, it's time to fit two new headlight lenses and the motor for the windscreen wiper. The problem with the windscreen wiper is when you turn it on, it stays in the up position or the park position. Now, the trouble we had with the actual lenses themselves, they were opaque. They were very faded and yellow, and oh, it was just awful. It was like driving with two candles in a jar. Awful. So I'm going to have some new bulbs fitted also, and the lenses, and the wiper, and we're good to go. All this work is towards the MOT, of course, which is coming up in July, and it's the end of March now. So there's lots of little jobs that need doing on this. Brakes are next, two new front tyres. It's a lot of work to keep a little stealth camper van on the road, but these are all jobs that have to be done. Okay, I've started making some progress now on the inside. The roof liner carpet section has been partially fitted. It does need an extra baton on the near side. Glued that carpet on. I need to refit the TV as well. But I have painted the unit in the colour that I wanted, and now I need to do the trim. Now the trim is going in emulsion, and it's just one of them little test pots, and because the paint is so soft, I'm going to lacquer it afterwards or varnish it just to give it that bit of rigidity it probably needs. So it's goodbye to the old blue roof, and I'll match in some carpet. So with an X-Acto knife, I'm going to cut it to measure from the front to the back. I'm just going to bring the blade across. Now the colour match isn't exactly the same here, but it's going to be close enough. I'm going to start over here at the head end, which is the front of the van. I'm going to spray both sides, the roof section and the underside of the carpet, and in a second it should all be matched in, almost. Okay, and the trouble is, this piece here, it's the same colour as the side, which is what I want. It's an inch or so too narrow, and maybe about 4 inches off the length that I need. But this piece would fit the piece here underneath, but it's a totally different colour, so I'm going to offer this piece up. Okay, this is the second day now, and I've painted up that trim. and I've put a coating of lacquer on it. This is the lacquer you'd use for car body work, and it's just gone over the emulsion, and that's worked well. It'll probably have a varnish after that, but I've put on the beading between the carpet on one side, the carpet roof liner and the carpet wall liner. So one side is up, it just needs tidying up at the back. The carpet's coming in here, so you may as well come in and have a look at the difference between the two sides. My little baby girl. It's a lovely day, it's Bank Holiday Friday. It's a good day to be doing this. So this is the side that's been done. The beading between the two colours, I've really marked the edge of that nicely. It's looking a lot neater, needs a little bit of a clean up, just screwed into place, nothing too drastic. I was wanting to glue it into place, but it wasn't happening. But that cut and screwed in, got less than 10 minutes work. But the other side, not got round to that just yet, because let's peel back the outer carpet here and come in. You should be able to see, there it is where my finger is, this bit of wood here that needs to be glued onto the ribbing on the roof. Then this carpet will come back over and glued on to the roof like it is on the other side, to make it look equal on both sides. So there's a more or less finished side, and this is the side that's not yet done. Like I said, here's the beading all painted up in emulsion and a coat of lacquer put on. It will have a coat of varnish also. It's a warmer colour. Let's compare this colour now to how it was. It's really giving a really cosy, warm feeling to the whole van. It's better. That's the first stage of one of the jobs completed now. I'm going to let that dry, and then I think I'll put the cabinet door hinged on. There's the cabinet door. Now here's the little knob here on the other door. We come over. I've just had to wedge it in at the moment, and it's not hinged, so we've got 6 little screws down here to put in. Now this kicker board is still just a bit of wood, so that will be carpeted, and it'll go, the carpet will go over the hinge as well. And here's the lacquer that I was telling you about. It's car body lacquer, and it was what I was using to repair some scratches and damage to the outside of the van. But it really does work on emulsion as well, to give it that tough little coating it needs. Let's just get this screwed in here. There we are. This is the screw. For the cabinet door. Oh, that's 1, 2, 3 out of 6 done. See what we got so far. Need a rebate on the inside. Okay, that's the trim painted up. I'm going to let this dry and then I can take the masking tape off, and we'll start having a go at the roof liner. And then we'll have a look at some other jobs to do, but I really want the roof liner on. And you notice it is 2 different colours, but only because I ran out of that colour. Remember, I had all this carpet given to me for free, so you know what they say, buggers can't be choosers. Or is it beggars? Anyway, buggers belief, doesn't it? Now this kicker board here will be carpeted, hopefully, with some leftovers in the same colour as this floor carpet, or I might have some leftovers of the same colour as the wall colour. Either way, I've got lots of scraps to cover that kicker board. So the kicker board's going on now. Just need to do this end here, fold that round and glue that into place. It's been doubled over along here and fitted on. Looks a lot tidier. Like I said, this stuff I'm using is meant for interior walls, but I couldn't find the colour I really wanted in the gloss. And you can see there's a bit of bleed through with the red on there, so that needs to be covered over. And that's working nice. I'm going to give all of this another go. Now the great thing about using this emulsion, it's very, very fast drying, so I can get lots of coats on one after the other. And this little bottle only costs 99 pence, and I also have the lacquer, body lacquer, to finish this off. Okay, here's where we're up to so far with the privacy screen at the front. It's a bungee cord and it's just hooked in through a hole there, and this can swivel up and down on it, and you can see there's quite a gap because of the curve of this roof here. So I could do with a bit of wood that's curved, and it just so happens I have a curved bit of wood. It just needs cutting to size, and there's another job done. Okay, that's the headlights fitted. He's included all the bulbs with this. That's the indicator bulbs, the dip lights, headlights, and the lenses are brand new. So I can see where I'm going in the dark, so I'm really happy with that. Now, regarding the windscreen motor, it needs new spindles, and he's priced that up at about £25, so it needs it. But again, the other jobs that I'm going to do next is to get some of the bodywork tidied up, the little stone chips, some of the scratches, the dings, and then we're going to put a body wrap on, a vinyl body wrap. And in no way have I ever tried doing bodywork or vinyl wrap before. But before we have a look at the other episode of the vinyl wrap, first we need to address the bodywork. And this is not a how-to guide, by the way. I've never done it before. Okay, I've just been to the local motoring store. Got myself a sanding block, some filler, primer and some sandpaper. I've already made a start with some very coarse sandpaper to get a very deep scratch out here, right through to the metal. Now I need to sand that right down. Also on the back arch, still left some scuffs, but the brown rust is right down there, and I've still got a few little scrapes to fill. That's not bad, that one. That one needs a lot of attention. So this is the first type of grit, the 80. It's very coarse aluminium oxide paper. This is stripping the paint right down to the metalwork, which is what I want. I'll just put it on the block this way round so I can get into some corners, because I'm not doing huge big panels. I hope I'm doing this right. And you can see right down to the bare metal there. There I've buffed it up to try and get a scratch at the top of my finger there. And just generally other places that are really scratched. I'm going to have to get all this scuffing down with a finer. Okay, I'm going to try a 400 grit, something a lot finer. I've managed to get right down to the bare metal. I've had to do that because the rust has gone right through to the metal in places. Just want to take off some of the lighter scuffs again. Okay, I've sanded it down with some fine 400. The scratches look a lot better. I'm going to mix a very small amount just to test out this filler. So I've mixed a very small amount just to start with, and a microscopic bit of hardener before I mix it all in. Might need a little bit more filler with that. The areas I am filling are very small stone chips, and I only want to get this filled in enough so when it comes time to give it a respray, hopefully some of the worst of it should be off. Right, let's try that before it sets too hard. Okay, it's had some filler. I've rubbed it down as best I can, and it's had some primer on. I don't think it's a very thin coat. I don't think you can tell in the light. Let's have a look round the back and see something. See if you can see it a little better. These scratches, them dents there and there, although you can see it in the camera, you can't actually feel them. So I'm reasonably happy with that. and here where it's terribly scuffed, quite deep dents, that's smooth. So I think I'll rub down this primer, give it a lick of white paint. This is only a temporary fix until I can take it to the guy who's going to do it properly. Back wheel arch could do with a little more work here, so I'm going to rub down even more, but even that is remarkable to how it was. And I had to do a little patch just here, but even they've gone. The inside of this could do with a lick of red. So where the wood is holding this tin support up, I have a shelf bracket, and that will do. I can just prop it up there, and it'll leave a lot of open space. Because at the moment it's very restrictive, this wood. I can't get my hand in, it's very shallow. But the minute that gets replaced with this bracket up there, I can free up this bit of wood. Temporary measure and the permanent measure. Let's put that back, because there's plenty more jumps to be had. So one of the issues we're having as well is the grill. Let me just move the grill pan out for you. The way this is going to work, the grill pan here, I need to make sure I have the correct distance between the actual grill itself and the grill pan. I think I've got it far too close here to the grill. The grill is where my finger is, and here's the grill pan. And we'll see if that's at the right height or not. So there's only one thing for it, isn't there? We'll have to get some bread in the grill and see if we can make our first bit of toast. So the grill's on. Last time we had a flame coming from here. It is smoking again. I have degreased it and have some water on standby. I'm not happy with this at all. This is going to go on fire again. Getting ready to turn the gas off. Keep getting flame. As soon as this gets hot, it gets a flame right down there. Oh, I can smell toast though. Well, there's some toast on some side. The distance, I think, between the pan here and the top of the stove is too close. I need to lower the whole lot. It might mean cutting down this unit door here, and there it is. Trying to see what it is. I think it's just grease that's catching alight. It's gone out. It's a very powerful grill. Oh, flames. Woohoo! Quick blast with some water. Turn this toast around. So that's all it was a bit of grease build up in here. I can get that out with a screwdriver or something along that nature. I've got the tailgate well open here for ventilation. Far too close. The pan set there, the guard to the grill need a lot more distance. Somewhere in this mess over here is a toolbox, and I have some L brackets which will replace this bit of wood here underneath supporting. So it'll just be an L bracket. More flames. Give that a squirt of water. Oh, first ever round of toast. Not happy with the flames coming out the top of there at all. Wow, it keeps this van really warm. Right, I'm going to turn this off and turn the gas off. There. Give it a squirt of water, cool it down. Look at it. Woohoo! That is one hot grill. Well, that was a bit of a nightmare. Turned everything on, and there's some oil, some grease left over on top here, and it did catch fire. It was easy enough to put out, but this grill, the whole top of it needs to be cleaned, degreased. But in the meantime, there's other jobs to be getting on. The roof liner here, so we're going to carry on with that, and the degreasing of the grill is going to have to be another job. I wanted to do that job today really, but there's always something to be getting on with. First, bit of toast that Monty and I have ever had out on the road. It's okay, apart from the black bits around the edge. You know, I might just get a brew on with this. The thing is with these little jobs, they never really ever finish. There's always something to do. I've put carpet even under the sink. That's another job that'll need doing, is connecting the hose to the water. And I suppose I could make a list as long as my arm really. And a bit more beading at the top. The roof line is looking a lot better, and I'll leave you with a finishing shot when everything's tidied up. I think the grill being lowered, the grill base lowering, that's going to be another job. Like I said, these jobs can go on and on and on. So I'm not in a rush to finish this. I just want to have a couple of hours. I put a bit of work in, but that's you up to speed, and I'll show you how it looks with the little changes. Anyway, hope to come to you pretty soon. Summer's coming up, and there's some beautiful location work that we can travel to. I'm in North Wales, some of the most beautiful country in the world in my opinion, and it won't be long now and Monty will be ready to go. Anyway, until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next episode.